Hello, welcome back to Matt's Coins, and we've got another epic bronze hunt. This is an auction win from last night. Online auction, picked up this morning by Mrs. Matt Coins. Thank you for picking that up for me. As you can see, it is a bit of a mixed bag. There's lots of decimal as well as pre-decimal. This little tub, I've had a quick scope for it. It all appears to be decimal, so I'm going to leave that and go through that off camera. But this is what we've got to go through. So let's begin. As per usual, I'll be looking for scarce and rare varieties. I won't be dwelling too much on the Elizabethan pre-decimals too much. But here's hoping that there's something nice in this lot. Okay, so we got our first potential find here. This is a Queen Victoria. This is 1 cent from the Straits Settlements. Let's get a bit of zoom. I'm not sure where the date would be off the top of my head, but I can't see one. But we'll put that one aside. The next coin I had in my hand was a 1921. Of course, you've got two different varieties on the 21, all around the colon between the A and the B there. And this is the narrower of the two. And two new P, 78, not 73, 83, sorry. 1917. And this decimal. Okay, first farthing. This is a 1918 farthing. We'll put the farthing separate. And that's this 1921. Let me get my camera a bit closer. And that there, as you can see, is the wider. Right, there's some decimal stuff. Like I say, I'm not going to dwell on this too much unless it's something out of the ordinary. No, this was online. This was an unsighted auction, so it was pretty much take a punt and see what we got. So hopefully there'll be some nicer bits in here. Oops. Like I say, there's lots of decimal. Okay. Here we go. We've got a Bailiwick Jersey 2p from 1987. We shall put that one aside. 1928 Irish penny. A 64 halfpenny. And there's a 48 halfpenny. Another 2p, 83, no 81. There's a 62. Another 2p. There's a 69. Oops. And a shorn off 1959 halfpenny. So as can be seen, this is a pretty big box of coins to go through. Hopefully with the plethora of 1 and 2 decimal pennies, it should be fairly quick to get them out of the way. Well, it would be nice if there's 22 quid's worth of decimal coinage in here. That would certainly help pay for the lot. I'm already spotting the next find. There's a 1929 penny. Here we go with a 1938 Australian penny. There's a 67 and a 64. Oops, wrong pile. And another 1921, again with the wider gap. So like all my previous videos, these will be limited to around about 15 minutes where possible, so this will be a multi-part. This will probably take me way through, it's October the 5th at the moment, so this will probably take me all the way through to the end of November, I'd imagine. So please stick with me. 1948. 2p. There's a 61. And 29. There's a 1949, lowest mintage year for that particular series, other than the 50 and 51, of course. Oops. $19.48. There's a 62 halfpenny, and to finish off, 1980 tuppence. So this was advertised as just a mixed box of a mixed lot of coins. There was actually 3 tubs. Now you might have seen the pictures. I've just combined them down into one tub for space purposes on the desk here. 1935. One of them. 1947. And 29. We got a 1949 Irish penny. I did write a list of the pennies I'm looking for. There's a 52 halfpenny. 2 new P. There's a 65 halfpenny. 1913 penny. Right, okay, there are a couple of varieties on this one. And you're hoping to see the one there. It's either above a tooth or above a gap. And I find it easier to look at the R in George. That's pointing at the border tooth. There's one where it's at the tooth, one where it's at the gap. Memory serves me correct. This one here is the 2B, which is the very common one. It's 1B or 2A that you're looking for in terms of... Oh, there's another 1913. I don't think we're going to get anything off this one. Yeah, it's a bit too worn. Yeah, it's 1B or 2A in terms of the actual varieties, are the scarcer and rarer ones. Right, next handful. Got a couple of bits of foreign in here. So, Ite Francais, 50 centimes from 1942. Stick it in there with the foreign finds. 1933 farthing. There's a 1928 penny. 62, 65. So 1937. There's a 59 halfpenny. I will be checking these with varieties later on. Just like the 21, there's the narrow, and there is reports of a wide gap between the A and the B on the 1920. Although that particular variety is probably on the extremely rare side. And there's 67. Let's zoom back out a little bit. Oops. 62. Another 1920. Yeah, you can see there it's the narrow. It goes by there. 64. There's a 56 halfpenny. There are a couple of varieties on the 56. I'll put that one aside so I can check them out. I'm sure if there's anything to report on that, Editor Matt will be across it. On it like Sonic, as a friend of mine used to say. We've got 1905, 1967, come on, in my hand. 1920, yep, that's the narrow one. I don't expect it to be anything different, to be honest, but you never know. We've got 1937, there's a few different varieties on the 1937. I've mentioned previously in videos. There's a 67. 1944. Looking at the position of the fall, second fall in relation to the wave above, you can see there that's slightly to the left. There is one variety where it's more to the centre. 66, oops. No, this isn't UK. There we go, South Africa, 1937, 1 penny. 66. There's a 39. Another non-UK one. 1066, 1966, Jersey, 1/12 of a shilling. Pretty decent nick. And I've just dropped the coin on the floor because it's stuck to me arm. 1936. And what's this? Edward VIII, 10 cents. East Africa, 1936. Looks like that's been in somebody's pocket just getting rubbed. So we are getting some finds. Like I say, hopefully there'll be enough decimal here to make up the value. But hopefully some nicer coins and varieties to make it a very worthwhile hunt. Penny, 1944 halfpenny. Another penny. 1946, of course, looking for the little dash after the E. Editor Matt will put an example up on the screen in a moment, I'm sure. That one doesn't have it up. There's a 1935, 67. So what's this? 1945. Looking for the double 9 on the 1945, so I'll just double check that one moment. Yep, checked it under the scope, no doubling. We do have Matt's Mankey coin box in the corner there, ready and waiting to accept some coins, because I know there are some Mankey ones in here. I've seen them on the top already. 1948. Another 1946, will we find one? Not that I need to find one, I've found a few already. Sold 1 or 2 on as well. And of course I've got one in the collection, so it's fine by me. So this is a Victoria halfpenny. It must be that exceedingly rare one. If only we could tell. Okay, what we got here? Another penny. Not bad, 1921. And it's the narrow gap between the A and the B. Okay, we got time for a couple more handfuls at least. Okay, it's another 1913. I'm going to have a look at this one under the scope. In fact, just looking at my hand, there is another 1913, so I'll go and check both of these out now and let you know which varieties they are. Yep, so we have our first variety. So this is obverse 1 reverse A. This is obverse 2 reverse B, and I will explain everything when it comes to the edit on those two, rather than try and explain it now. So you know, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video and the content I produce, please hit the like button as well. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think of these videos. I'll come back to that one in a moment. So we got 1938, 1967, another penny, 1952, another penny, and another couple of tuppences. So 1945, of course, looking for that double date. I shall check that now. And sadly, it is not Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, hit that like button, and leave me a comment, and I will see you on the next video.